PA kind of talking about this, but Mackenzie Scott's death brings up the question again, what more can be done to combat DUI crashes here in our community?
But also, does it really come down to changing the laws? News 3's Tiffany Lane is in downtown Las Vegas for us with details on how one Clark County commissioner hopes to make a difference. Tiffany?
LaToya and Jim, I spoke with the chair of the Clark County Commission. Just like you heard DA Wolfson say, there needs to be more done to prevent these types of DUI incidents in our community, Arbor View and other incidents happening. So one approach he says might need to be taken is taking a look at where the alcohol is actually coming from.
A lot of these DUI drivers, where did they imbibe the liquor? Were they at a bar? Is that something we need to go back and look at the bar, or how they served? Can we look at their liquor license and things like that?
Segerblom says he's upset with pedestrian deaths in southern Nevada. And now the Clark County Commission chairman says he wants to find out where the defendants are getting their alcohol.
You can't just drive up a car, get in a bar and have 5 shots, get back in the car and expect that there's not going to be a problem. So we need to make sure those bars understand the rules.
I sat down with criminal defense lawyer Michael Pariente, who broke down what Segerblom's proposal could look like.
I think it could be a condition of getting a license to serve alcohol in Clark County. And I think they could conceivably say, if you knowingly serve alcohol to someone who's intoxicated, that intoxicated person goes and drives and hurts someone, that you could take away the license administratively.
Pariente says he doesn't, however, see it possible for a county to create civil liability to allow the injured party to sue the establishment that provided the alcohol. That's where dram shop laws come in. The term comes from 18th century England when they called places that sold liquor by dram. Nevada is one of 8 states that doesn't have dram shop laws.
If you have someone who's driving home from work and they're hit by a drunk driver, obviously they can sue the drunk driver, but in our state, they can't sue the casino or the bar or the liquor store where the defendant, the drunk driver, was served the alcohol or purchased the alcohol.
There is a contentious debate on this topic, especially in a town that sells alcohol 24/7. One group who said it was pushing for this is Mothers Against Drunk Driving. This was a discussion brought up again last year after a family of 5 was hit by a suspected drunk driver, Cynthia Phelps, on Boulder Highway near Sahara. When it comes to dram shop legislation, every state has a different approach, and some target specific providers or limit the law to specific establishments. Is it realistic from your viewpoint? Is it realistic to think that it would even be possible here?
I think the political reality is we're not going to see any change in the law.
Why is that?
Just because we're in a state that is, has such a powerful presence of casinos, liquor stores, bars.
Now, right now in the current ongoing legislative session, there are no dram shop bills that are being looked at. However, there are some bills being looked at that would provide stricter DUI laws in the state in general. Reporting live from downtown Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3. Back to you.
Be interesting to see if anything changes. Tiffany, thank you.
Meanwhile, students at Arbor View High School, they're calling for change, and one of them created a petition in hopes of increasing safety around their school. It calls on the Clark County School District to provide crossing guards at high schools. This year, the district added crossing guards to middle schools in North Las Vegas, Henderson, and unincorporated Clark County. 2 sophomores who created the petition say the addition could save lives.
I think it should go across all boards. No matter what. The only reason I'm using Mackenzie as just an idea to bring awareness, but I think it should be all across CCSD schools. I mean, everyone deserves to be safe. Something needs to change, and something needs to bring more awareness to these drivers.
So students at the high school also telling us that if adding crossing guards is not an option, they hope a traffic light or another safety measure is added.